guys, this is Manisha here, and I am currently reading in class 12, and I have given my 10th board from icse board. So I think I am well applicable to answer that how to score marks in icse. So first of all, let me share my marks with you. I have scored 93 in English language, 100 in English literature. In Bengali, I had 92. In history and civics, I had 95. In geography, 96. In maths, 97. Physics, 89. I know I scored a bit less in this, but it's okay because our paper was really very tough. And in chemistry, it was 92. I don't know how the marks got deducted. I think some marks, those marks were cut from my practical whatever. In biology, 95. I know where I had done the mistake. And in computer, 98. So I will be sharing my mark sheet with you now. Wait. So this is my mark sheet, and see the marks here. So I guess all of you have seen my result, and now I am going to tell you about the percentage. I scored 96 percentage in like the best of 5. So and 94.7 in total. Mm, So, at first, I am going to tell you that how to score much more marks in ICS. So, in case of English language, I practice many question papers, many sample papers, and mostly solved exercises from the book, The Franks. So, in English language, it's enough, and you have to practice writing. That's the most important because the writing part carries more marks. So, just practice the writing well and solve sample question papers, it would be easy. English literature, you have to properly remember the book The Merchant of Venice. Like I remember that when I was in class 10, I could tell all the lines from the book The Merchant of Venice. And I read the notes given by my teacher. If you want, I can share the notes with you. And I had Bengali as my second language, so I revised the notes given to me by my teachers, and that was for more than enough. I can also share my notes with you. And in case of history and civics, to be honest, I never liked the subject history and civics and geography, and I was like, oh god, please help me get a good score and I will never read this subject ever again. So if you are a student like me, I think you can relate. In history and civics, at the last, I mean, we had our exams. I don't remember the date, but I remember that we had 3 days holiday before history and civics. So I just studied the whole book, and our teacher marked the key points. I read from that part and practice much more sample question papers, and that was for more than enough. I will also refer to Frank book for this sample question paper because the papers are highly standard. Right now, when I am checking my mark sheet and telling you all this, I was like, oh god, how did I get so much marks just by reading 2 or 3 days, whatever. Uh, in case of maths, I will tell you practice, practice, and practice. Just practice. And I remember that in case of maths, I practiced more than hundreds of papers. Still, my marks got deducted and I got 97, and I know where I did the mistake. In case of maths, my marks got deducted because I forgot to write the units in graphs. Like x-axis equal to 1 axis or 2 units, sorry. X-axis equal to 1 or 2 units, in y-axis 1 or 2 unit, and I forgot to write all that in 3 graph papers, and I guess 3 marks were deducted from that. So I will tell you, never do this mistake. It can deduct your marks. In case of physics, I got 89. I know it's not a good marks, and but I will tell you that please study the book very, very, very precisely, and solve question papers and pyqs more often. In case of chemistry, I will suggest you to read the book Dalal. it has a lot of much more informations, and these are very good. And I followed Dalal only because in our school we were given concise, but I remember I hardly touched concise. I preferred Dalal over concise, so I will refer Dalal. And please solve previous year question papers, and I will ask you all to buy Frank books because I solved question papers from that books and I had my questions common. So that's it. And in case of biology, um, I practiced question papers well, I read the book well, and that gave me those marks. And in case of computer applications, I practiced programming very much and read the chapters, and that was for more than ever. So, I guess I have answered to your queries. So, if you have more queries, just ask me in the comment. Tada, guys!